What's going on, everybody? Tyler and Sean here from Rendered Reality. Thank you for joining us on Coffee and VR, your weekly VR podcast. And I did not have a good VR week, man. I'm just gonna come out and say it. I didn't get to play a lot, man. What's up with that? It's not fair.
Yeah.
It sucks because I did get to play the one game we talked about though at the end of last show. Assetto Corsa Competizone, which was freaking amazing. Like I get chills again just thinking about it. But that was all I got to play. You got a lot. I already see comments about Phil Collins in today's show. I was specifically told no Phil Collins in today's show. So, sorry,
you got to catch to the end of last show to hear all the Phil Collins talk. But yeah, I actually got to play a ton of stuff this week. Whereas the week before, I didn't get to play a lot because we had family in town staying with us, which we had a great time. We really enjoyed them being here. But this week, I really did make up for some VR time. I can't remember. I got to think of everything I played. So I played Space Slurpies, which was a blast. Sure. I played with the developers on that. That was a lot of fun. Played some Swarm, played some Population 1 with J-Ham on Thursday. You didn't get to make that. We were trying to get you in there with us with that tower update. What else did I play? I played Traffic. What was the Traffic Jams? Man, what else did I play? I can't even remember. I played a ton of stuff this past week, which was really nice because like I said, I didn't get to play a lot the week before, but I haven't played Assetto Competizone though, so we may need.
Yeah, which somebody said in chat, "Don't let Tyrell hear you say Competizone." I know.
What is it actually?
Prince, exactly. I don't know exactly the true pronunciation. So for myself, I actually only played Assetto Corsa, and the biggest thing for me is it ran beautifully, and I never wanted to change it. Everything was set up. I love just jumping in and driving, right? It's always that entry time into VR. I don't want to set up the steering wheel and all the controls and the settings on the cars and blah, blah, blah. So I did finally get convinced to download it, play it. I got it on Fanatical for, I think, like $15 or something like that. And holy crap, is it unbelievable. I should have been playing this a long time ago. You don't have to get back out of VR to race, and you can go through the menu setup like you do on the original. And I just never wanted to sack up, let's say, and do it because it was only GT cars basically, right? So you can't drive any of like the original cars, stock cars, stuff like that. So for me, I was like, I don't really run GT as often. Well, the more I play, the more I race, I do end up just playing GT cars. Yeah. So I'm like, why not? You know what I mean? But it was super fun, and I really want to play with you. I really want to, because you always go, oh, it's too hard to get my racing seat out and hook the steering wheel up. But dude, I'm telling you, my steering wheel was plugged in when I started the game. Didn't have to touch a thing. I was going through the setup menus on the steering wheel without setting it up. Like
it is true that's a big barrier to me. But I was talking about it with some people on the Discord this past week, and that I'm actually going to get it out, and I think I need to try to find a place to leave it set up so that way I don't have to pull it out every time I want to use it. It's just going to be set up and ready to go, and that's going to cause me to want to play racing games a lot more, because I know a lot of the people that we watch, like Greg's VR and Ham, like all them people are a big time into sim racing all the time. They're in their racing and stuff, so I would love to jump in with some of them. And you talked about maybe us doing a possible live stream playing some of that. So I need to get all that out and set up, and that is something that I need to do for sure. But
yeah, I mean, it's a great game, man. It's so easy to get in and drive. It's got single player stuff, so if you don't want to play all the multiplayer, I cannot recommend it enough. It's visually, it looks amazing.
And racing in VR is awesome, especially if you have a wheel and pedals and stuff. I mean, it's a ton of fun. It really is. It's just there's always that barrier for me, so I need to get past that and get in there. But this week, I mean, it's been a big week for VR this week, and we got a lot of stuff to get into today, really. I mean, a lot of big time releases really cool this week, a lot of big time announcements this week, as well as some more HTC teasing us with some images. We want to talk about some of the movement mechanics and stuff in VR, some stuff that's a direction that we're starting to see some stuff go. So we really do have a ton of stuff to get into today. It should be hopefully a pretty interesting show. We got a bunch of people in chat: Aaron Summers, Ken Ross, Bit Victim, Mepper, Paradise Decay, Obscure Nerd VR, which I was watching one of his stand-up comedy things on his YouTube channel the other day, which is awesome. Reed Rothschild, Rush Reality, German Drifter JL. I mean, so many people in here. Greg's VR, German Rifter, Gaming Science Teacher, Bit Victim, PD, Sampler 19. Awesome to see you all here. It's exciting times. I mean, Oh, such good times for VR. So much good stuff. One of the things that I did play this week, we talked about, was Population 1. You actually hopped in there for just a little bit because the tower update came out just Thursday, and you didn't get to see that because you didn't get to play with us on Thursday. You had some family stuff going on this week.
Yeah, my dad was actually in the hospital and stuff, so I had to go help him with all that. And he's on the mend, trying to be, so still addressing it, but so it's been a busy week.
It's been tough, with working full time and family members and stuff going on with family. It's definitely hard sometimes to get into the VR stuff. But you did hop in there this week because you wanted to see the updates for the tower, because the tower's been in the game ever since the beginning, but we've never been able to go inside of it. So there was always the question of when are they going to do something with the tower? What are they going to do with the tower? And the big thing with the tower to me is that it is very much a CQB area. Close quarter battle, right?
It's so sick. Like when I walked in, the instant first thought I had was old Halo maps. Like this feels like an old Halo map. You know what I mean? That close, confined circular map. They had a ton of those style of maps with the different
and the
levels.
Overlooks you can drop down. Yeah, it's so many levels of that thing, and it really is. I mean, the battles in there get intense, and what they've done with this is that they've actually put all of the cores spawn inside the tower, and it's random spawn. So you go in there, and I think there's like 3 at a time or 3 per game, and it forces everybody to go in there. So almost every time you go into the tower, because a lot of people want to go get the cores, it's a battle in there, and then you got the people that already have all the cores that are just camping out.
You roll the footage of it too?
I have your footage.
It's so, and I just did a quick walkthrough of it just to show what it looked like for anybody who hasn't seen it. And so I haven't got to play an actual map because these were just bots. So I was just literally walking around. Does it really change the play style of the match itself?
It does, because the thing is you have either the people that are wanting to go after the cores. So you have the people that don't have all the cores yet because there's like 50 or whatever it is, and you get the skins and the character and all that stuff. And then you have the people that already have all the cores, and they just want to go in there because they know it's easy pickings. You know what I mean? If you get a good spot in there, you're going to watch people coming in for those cores, and there's no guns in there. You have to get your guns and stuff before you go in. So it does change the...
Oh, so in the match, there's no guns inside at all?
I don't think so. I don't remember there being any guns in there. I always got guns before I went in. And I don't remember, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't remember seeing guns inside the tower. Like, I would always go beforehand, grab some guns, and then I would roll in.
So in the bot one, there was tons of guns in there.
Maybe there is. I can't remember. I just always knew I would grab stuff ahead of time.
Had it maybe been gone through, like before? There could have been people go through and maybe grab it too. Could have.
That's true.
You never know.
Yeah. Lincoln Clay.
Yeah,
he's been doing a lot of. He's a big sim racer guy, VR sim racer guy. He does some cool stuff.
He's the one who actually convinced me to get it, man. After watching it and stuff, and the visuals on it and everything, I'm just like, I gotta just try it.
He said, "Yes, please stream."
Yep. Yeah.
I'm just gonna stop saying that word. Competizone.
I did do a poll for that, and yes, we should stream Assetto by 87%. Yep.
Some people don't want to see it at all. They're like, no, you guys suck. We don't want to see you race anything.
Wants to see Sean spin out and me yell at him.
But usually what I try to do is I follow Tyler, and he's giving me directions. All right, soft braking, hard right turn coming up, and I'm like listening to what he's saying as I'm racing behind him.
So the coolest part about this is you can watch other people inside of VR, like we always wanted to in the original Assetto. And it's amazing because you could actually help somebody with turns and stuff, and it's so cool. And I would love to do that and help you.
So maybe we need to do that because I'm not a professional driver. Tyler has a lot more driving skill than I do. I was always more of a straight line guy. I did a lot of drag racing. Tyler was more of the road racing guy. But
we're sideways half the time, anyways.
For sure. but yeah, so I think that this really does change up the gameplay of Population 1. And now I'm curious because I see you playing the bot map and there are guns everywhere. Now I'm just wondering if I don't remember there being guns in there.
Jay has confirmed there are guns in there.
Okay, I couldn't remember. I just know me and J-Ham were playing and we would always land ahead of time, grab some guns and go in. So then I was just thinking there wasn't guns, but I guess there was. I couldn't remember.
So from what I saw, there was a ton of guns. Yeah. And I couldn't believe how many. It makes you want to go there for
I don't remember picking up any guns in there, but I was so into, we played, me and J-Ham probably played for like 2 or 3 hours on Thursday. And I didn't even get that many cores because it is not as easy. Usually the cores are real easy. They're spread out all throughout the map. You just kind of grab them as you're running around. But in this, it's a battle every time you got to go in there, and you're only getting like 2 to 3 at a time. And that's if you can stay alive. And I also hadn't played Population 1 in like 2 or 3 weeks. So my skills were not, I definitely could tell that I was not as good as usually I am playing this. And you get launch day for an update. You get all the really good players that are in there going going to town as well. So it was tough. I mean, it was a battle trying to get them cores, but that kept it interesting to me. Like
I think it's cool, man.
And it totally changed our gameplay because we both wanted to get the core, so we kept going for the tower, and that's not usually how we would play. You know?
Yeah, because normally we try and stay away from the tower in a match. Like we never want to end up around the tower. Now it's like, okay, I kind of want to be in there, get inside, take control, and rip everybody coming in. Like that's I can't wait to play this, man. I really
can't. Does change. Yeah, I was kind of bummed that you didn't get to play with us on Thursday. We had a blast, and it wasn't the same without you for sure. It definitely wasn't. So yeah, but I'm excited about this.
You guys will have to watch. There are some game giveaways that just showed up in chat. 2 of those, I think the first 2 will actually only be for the live show viewers, so sign up for those. There are 2 Space Slurpies keys and
a Population 1 key.
1 Population 1.
So those are the 2 that are going to, actually technically 3 that are going to end during the show. Around noon, those are going to end, and we're gonna draw that winner on the show. So that'll be a little bit easier than having to type some in. We still have some regular codes too, but make sure you sign up for those. So Mr. Bowen said, thanks for the great shows, guys. For me, it's usually cooking in VR instead of coffee in VR.
Nice.
So,
there you go.
I'm down to try some of that cooking. You can send
exactly.
You can send that my way.
That's what I want to know.
For sure. That's awesome.
Man, it is. That's sweet. Well, cheers, man. Have you tried any of the VR cooking stuff then? There have been some VR cooking stuff, but man, that's been a while. Remember there was a real, this goes probably back to old PC stuff, like 16 maybe, where they had that real cooking one. Remember we tried that? You actually had like real saucepans and stuff. You're standing at like an island on a kitchen. Do you remember that one?
I don't remember that one. I mean, there's a ton of like different, but mostly they're like arcade style cooking games.
No,
you know what I mean? Which is
this one was like a real like ingredients and told you.
I don't think I played that one. You might have. I don't think I played that one. But
probably back when we were trying everything that came out for PC VR.
Yeah, probably so.
Sure.
But I do really want all them cores though, because I really like the character skin of this, the one that you get, which is kind of like the beard and stuff on there, the short beard, the grungy kind of look. So I actually really want that.
I mean, if they keep the pace up with these kinds of updates and stuff,
yeah, for sure.
I feel like this game can live forever. I really do.
And they still, I think the private lobbies are back up as well. So we need to try that. We need to, me and J-Ham talked about that. Maybe one day after a show or something like that, we can get a private lobby and get everybody, on the Discord and stuff. We can just all battle it out together. I need to practice though, man. My skills I was embarrassed. I was not doing good.
Reed in chat asked, if you don't have Twitter, you can't get a code. Was it a Twitter only?
It should be a YouTube or Twitter. It wasn't a mandatory anything. I think it was just a YouTube entry or a Twitter entry. I think those are the only ones I did. The Twitter is just, I mean, if you do all of them, I think it gives you like 3 entries or whatever. But you should just be able to do a YouTube entry as well. So, but
just make sure.
And we do have, I'm going to throw this up here now. This is courtesy of Greg's VR. Sent another Gang V beta Steam key. So, and we didn't play any of that this past week. We played, I think, the week before, which we've been having.
I was just thinking about it, man. So. I want to keep finding up what updates they have, because they really have been improving. I will say the AI has really impressed me with the one leap it did make the last time.
Yeah.
It gives me really good hope, actually,
it's for it performing well. I mean, I think it'll be a fun game. I don't know if it'll ever be AAA quality, but it's fun. It's a lot of fun, for sure.
So, it's a blast.
Yeah. So let's see. What else came out this week? So, I mean, this week we had some pretty big releases, and one of them, we'll get into a couple of them, and there's also a couple that we want to get into that are upcoming stuff. One of them, I probably won't spend a ton of time on this, but it was Traffic Jams, and I actually picked this up. Ooh, a Rizzle Rock bought us 3 coffees on buymeacoffee.com. I love that.
Cheers,
awesome.
Rizzle.
Yeah, thank you for
that. Do I have to chug my coffee when that happens?
Oh, dude, every time that happened, you'd be, man, you'd be so
my gosh.
So, but thank you for that. That is awesome. Buymeacoffee.com from Rizzle Rock. Oh, I love that guy. But so I picked up this game actually on my wife's Quest because I felt like this was a game that she would enjoy more. And she also shares this account with her nephew, which I just felt like this game was geared more towards what she likes to play and what he would like to play. And like for me, seeing this early on, the trailers and stuff, I was like, looks kind of cool, but it wasn't a game that I got super excited about. But I did want to play it, so I played it for a while yesterday, and it's a fun game. I mean, it is fun. It's I mean, it's not, I don't even know. It's almost like a timing kind of a puzzle game, kind of. I don't even know how to explain it, because basically you have flowing traffic. Yeah, you have pedestrians, and you basically have to control everything that's going on and keep them from crashing. Sometimes you want them to crash, I think, like where these 2 guys are carrying this glass apart or across the thing. The first time I was like, oh, they need to stop. And then the next time I was like, I wonder what would happen if I hit the glass. And I think I got extra points for that. Oh, there you go.
Oh, really? without hitting the people.
Yeah, I think I did. So, and there's also like little things that happen the further you go on in the game. Like in this level, bees come into your face and you have to swat those away. So it is fun. I mean, I actually enjoyed it more than I thought I would. I don't know that this is a game that I'm really going to spend much time in, to be honest. I don't see myself playing this a whole lot, but I think my wife will enjoy it. She hasn't got to play it yet, and I also think her nephew is going to enjoy it. So maybe your nephew as well. I think this is a game that he would like.
I think it's an easy game to probably play. There's not probably a ton of like controls to learn and stuff
not really.
Like that.
You just kind of use one hand to point at the person, and then you use a hand to tell them to stop or tell them to go, or you can like wave them on fast and they'll go faster. It is fun. I'm curious if anybody has played this and their thoughts about this. I actually was a little bit more impressed with it than what I thought it was going to be. But again, I don't know if it's a game that I'm going to play a ton, but it is from Vertigo Games. So, I mean, it's kind of cool. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah. No, it looks fun. I mean, we need more arcade games like this. We really do. I mean, we need a lot of, I don't want to say it's like a mobile game ported over to VR, but to me, it kind of feels that it reminds me of what was that airplane game where you would land?
Oh yeah, I love that game where you land all the planes on the runways. I don't know what that is. Traffic controller, air traffic controller, or something like that.
Something like that. But dude,
so person said I've always wanted to control traffic. So it's kind of fun though, because sometimes you can crash into people, and like the glass thing I thought was cool. How you try to bust the car through the glass but not hit the people. And I think one time I actually killed a person. I almost felt bad, but it's an interesting thing. So. No,
it's cool. Looks awesome. I haven't got to play it yet, so I can only speak by looking at it. But
I'll probably play it a little bit more, but I don't know. I mean, this is a game that I'll probably forget about in a couple days. And I mean, it's hard because there's so much stuff all the time, and it's just hard to keep up. And like, there's so much stuff that, I don't know, that I just like this. Like, there's so many things that I kind of forget about once the next week comes along and something else big comes out, or I'm playing something else, but yeah, I like it. I think it's cool. I do.
Or playing something with multiplayer. It prolongs the life and playability of it.
It does, for sure.
Know,
Sorry if I'm like rubbing my eyes and stuff. I know I complain about this every year on Coffee VR. Springtime in Virginia absolutely kills me. We have pollen that gets all over everything. I mean, literally every car turns yellow. It is disastrous for me and my allergies. So my eyes always itch and water. So if you see me doing that, I apologize. And if I sneeze and stuff, I'll try to mute my mic so I don't blow everybody's eardrums out. But it is what it is. I don't know what.
Sorry, we've done worse with audio before. I'm sure.
That's so true. That is so true.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Can we talk about? Oh wait.
Go ahead.
Can we talk about my pick of the week?
Oh my goodness. Can we not talk about your pick of the week? Can we please not?
It's not a real pick of the week. It's not a real. It's not a gem. I mean, but there are a lot of people that have thought about being a dog, right? I'm sure, and really want to be a dog. So this is kind of for you.
Sure.
But I don't know if it's a real pick of the week. I think it's a hilarious pick of the week.
It could be fun. It could be fun.
This could be awesome though. You never know. But they supposedly wanted to make a game that lets you know how it feels like to be a dog.
I think is there cats in it too? I think there's cats and dogs in it, or is it just dogs?
It's just dogs. It's just dogs right now. But the paws and stuff, and you have to like run and jump and everything. Yeah. I'm curious to see how far they go with actually being a dog. I mean, are there like bathroom breaks involved with this?
You gotta lift like leg trackers. You have to lift your leg with a Vive tracker on. That would be cool.
Right.
Yeah, right.
I mean, the possibilities are endless.
They are endless.
You have to lick people.
Yeah, you got to get the face tracker from HTC to lick people. Yeah, I mean, it totally makes sense. You have to open your mouth to pick up the actual tennis ball instead of like a button press. You just have to open your mouth when you get close to it. I can see that.
If they push the limits of this, it could be epic. It really could be amazing.
Yeah.
It
looks a little rough from the trailer. I mean, this is called Scotty VR. Obviously, this is early and stuff. We can't judge it. We've never played it, so it may be, we'll see how it goes. I mean, the trailer and stuff looks a little rough because, I mean, you can see where they really stretched some of the assets and it's very pixelated. I'm guessing maybe this is probably their first VR project. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Oh man, it doesn't matter. So I think if they really do push it, it could actually be fun. And the only reason I say that is because remember the mouse one?
Oh yeah, I do.
That was so much fun, and I felt like I was a mouse, and that was a really big out of body different experience I could never imagine. So I will give it the chance that it could have that feeling.
Yeah. And the reason is because you were a tiny mouse, so you literally felt like you were very small on the ground. Yeah. And this gives you that same kind of thing. You're low to the ground, so it just feels very strange. But Someone Bought You Coffee, thank you for all you do. Look forward to every week. VR needs people like you guys. Thank you. I believe that is an anonymous one because it didn't throw up a name, so I'm not sure who that is from. But thank you very much.
Yeah, really do appreciate it. We just love chilling here with you guys. Yeah, and excited about being a dog.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Tyler. Tyler sent me this, and I was like, "What is this? Like, what?" But I couldn't help. He was so excited about it, so we had to talk about it. We'll see. I mean, we'll see how it goes. I'll be curious to see a little bit. I guess not super high hopes, but hey, you never know.
Ty in chat asked, "What do you guys think is a game sector for VR that has been underdeveloped? A game sector?"
I think for me, it's hard to say because I feel like VR is such a new genre like that. I don't know that it's necessarily a sector that we know of. You know what I mean? It's kind of like those things like Beat Saber that came out. That wasn't really something that translated from a flat game into VR. I think it needs to be those innovative games that
pushing the limits of what we've ever experienced.
Yeah, that take advantage of VR. That is something that maybe hasn't been thought of in the flat world. And so for me, that's what I think. And I think there's a lot of things that really we haven't seen a ton of yet. You know, like MMOs and stuff. There's a few and some upcoming. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I think for me, it's more of the transposing yourself into somewhere else. I think if we had some amazing stereoscopic cameras, some stuff like that you could be into another place and with somebody live, I think that is a sector that nobody has really even addressed. You know, we saw those early patents from, I'm trying to think who that was, with the stereoscopic camera that had the tilt and everything, remember?
Oh, yeah.
The motors, I'm trying to think who actually filed that patent. Maybe, I'm trying to think, was it Sony or something?
That was so long ago now, I can't remember.
I know. But something like that, I feel, is a sector that hasn't been developed on and could be amazing because all of a sudden you would be somewhere else. Like literally, like see the person sitting there on their couch. Like, you know, if I had family, like I have family in Florida, I could send them that camera. They could have that camera or something like that and be there for people who couldn't be around people.
I feel like there's so much potential that is technically untapped so far. And I think these coming years, we're going to start seeing some of this stuff that blows us away. That we were like, man, why didn't we think of that? You know what I mean? Like those kind of moments. And J-Ham has a good point. He said multiplayer physics-based PvP games like Blade and Sorcery. Like we haven't seen a lot of physics-based PvP multiplayer games.
It's very hard because of the references for the servers and stuff to go back and forth and be recreated on the other side like instantaneously. That is the struggle.
Yeah.
And it's so code-sided that it's hard for these developers and companies, and especially VR ones because they're small, to be able to do that in studio. So
it's tough.
Until we get some like, I don't know, baseline code that they're all using across the board or servers,
I mean, we always preach the multiplayer co-op stuff, but that does increase difficulty. Anytime you add multiplayer co-op to a game, it does increase the difficulty of making everything work right and across the board and timing wise and everything else. It definitely is harder, but man, it makes for such an awesome experience in VR. So Kid Collector comments donated $1.99. He said good morning. So good morning to you. Thank you for that. That is awesome. That's really awesome.
Again, if you like comics, man, watch his stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
It's really cool, man. Yeah, I think I was talking to him a week ago or something, saying that what was the game last week we talked about that looked like a comic?
We're going to talk about that today.
I can't think of it off the top of my head.
I can't either now.
Yeah, I forget now. I don't remember. Too many games.
It'll come to me when we go to talk about it. But
speaking of, can we talk about what was it?
It's Against.
We
didn't know the name last week. We didn't know the name last week.
That's right.
Yeah. So.
I was just thinking about something.
And real quick, while you're thinking of that, Ann said missing non-violent, non-goofy games, which is true for VR. I mean, there's a lot of non-violent games, but they usually are very kind of goofy.
Well, I feel like we have some that are goofy or aren't goofy.
That non-goofy. So she's saying non-violent, non-goofy games. So usually I mean, I could see that.
We have like Tarzan. I mean, we've got stuff that's
still violent. It's all punching, and I mean, there's still violence in it. So I mean, I
guess you got to go to like puzzle-based stuff then, probably.
I like Fluke Rogies. Obviously, missing a coffee and VR game. It should basically be based on Tapper, but you're serving coffee instead of beer. That's cool. That's awesome.
There you go.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's
and to keep up with chat. That's the other one. You got to keep up with chat while you're doing it all.
GC13, the Diet Pepsi Cat said, "Is that an MTV shirt?" Wow, Throwback Saturday. I got the MTV. He's got
we went throwback. Yeah,
he's got the Virtual Boy on there.
Right.
So we're going back 80s, 90s era. After last week, I guess it totally makes sense if you saw the end of last week. But
yep.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So I guess we could talk about Against though, since you just mentioned that we showed this clip. I actually have the clip from last week that we showed, and this is it here. This is all we had last week. We didn't really know much about it other than it was going to be like a rhythm kind of VR game, and it didn't show us very many facets of the game right here. It was just this short little GIF, and it was some slicing. That was all we really saw. Well, after seeing the actual trailer, there is so much more to this than what I realized. This looks awesome. This is from Joyway, same people that did Stride. They've done a couple other games as well. Stride was one of their most recent. But this, if you watch the actual trailer, there is music that goes to this. So this is a rhythm music game, but there's also locomotion based in this too.
And that's the thing, man. I said from the beginning, it's the controls, man. They really push the boundaries of controls. And I love what they're doing, because they're doing what other, companies and studios aren't doing. They're not testing new movements and using them in game and stuff. And I think it just makes it so diverse. You go from standing to moving to swiping to move yourself to slicing to shooting.
And then wall running. There's wall running. Yeah. There's hand-to-hand combat. It's basically like Beat Saber, Pistol Whip, Fit XR, all those workout games. Fit XR is something you're standing, something's coming at you. That's kind of a facet in this. It's Pistol Whip-ish where you're shooting, you're moving across the plane. You know what I mean? This looks awesome. This is very exciting, I think, because it's using some of the movement mechanics that we saw in Stride. So I think, for one thing, if you got very good at Stride playing that game, I think you could absolutely crush it in this game. But it's just so cool that the different aspects of all the different movement stuff, all of the different mechanics, the shooting, the sword play, the hand-to-hand, it gives you like little brass knuckles when you go to this looks awesome.
I know.
And this kind of stuff, obviously the rhythm music games like this in VR work great. That's why everybody keeps coming out with them. Ever since like Beat Saber, it's really caught on. But I like them because it's also exercise. This is obviously going to be a fitness game as well, even if it's not meant to be, with the movement mechanics of this game. Yeah, Pistol Whip is a killer leg workout. It really is. So, and this is too, like, you're dodging and ducking below the things, and you're whipping your arms around. So,
and visually, cheers,
Susie Q21 bought 6 coffees. Holy crap. Man, that'll last. I don't know. You drink like a whole pot in a day, so that'll be good.
I do that.
That is awesome. Thank you.
Before today's show, I had 2 cups, and I have a 12 cup sitting here. So
holy crap! I had 1 cup before the show, and I got 2 cups right now. And early on in the chat, my wife was complaining because I didn't bring her any coffee. She's actually doing a work training thing online today while we're doing the show. So
nice.
I made coffee. It's downstairs. She just didn't go get it. I'm a horrible husband. I should have brought some up. Look at that spider. Look at that spider.
The style of this, dude, is insane. Like, I love this retro. I don't want to call it like mafia almost. I don't know.
I don't know what to explain.
The diners and the black and white. And it just looks cool.
Really cool with the pop of colors and stuff that comes at you. The lighting looks really good. I wonder if all the levels are going to be this kind of black and white kind of comic book looking thing. I don't know, because it's so weird, because sometimes you see trailers and you're like, oh, I don't know, and then you hop into it, and even like, what was the game that came out? Oh man, I can't think of it. Somebody will say it in chat. It was the Oculus game that came out. It was all black and white. The whole game was black and white. And when I first saw the trailer for that, I was like, oh man, that doesn't even look good in VR. Like, why would I want to be in VR? Wilson's Heart.
Okay. I was going to say Super Hot is this way. Super Hot's black, white, and red too.
Yeah, that's true. But it works, and it works weirdly, and I don't know why it works, but it does.
Right.
And it's
really
cool.
Does.
Yeah, it's cool.
Look at Super Hot. It doesn't even have as maybe even polished the graphics as this.
Yeah.
No lighting effects like this, stuff like that. And I don't even think twice about it. I've never played that game once and been like, I need better graphics than Super Hot. Like, you don't.
It's so weird, VR. Like, it's so hard. Like, that's why you really can't judge a VR game by a trailer at all. You can't. Like, it can be completely different once you get into it. So I'm really excited for this one. They don't have a for sure release date yet. They said Q3 2021. So that is what their plan is. They said they don't have anything set in stone yet, because sometimes obviously it's hard to hit deadlines with VR games all the time. So that is their plan. But it definitely has that Mafia style. That car right there. Holy crap, definitely Mafia style. Man, this just cool. Looks. I don't. Is everybody else as excited about this as I am? All right. So it looks like your Streamlabs bot. Some of them don't actually have a link. It just says.
Yeah, something. I saw that. Yeah, it's. I think it's the Discord one. I'll have to go in and fix that one.
Yeah, we were trying to figure those out this morning. So, yeah. But make sure you do sign up for the giveaway. We got a ton of giveaways going on right now. So, and it'll be cool to actually do giveaways that end today. You won't have to put be the quickest to put the code in for all of the giveaways today. So that'll be cool. So.
Trying to think. What's the name of the game again?
This
Refresh.
One? Against.
Against. I always want to say adjust. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's against. So we haven't got to play this one yet. We have talked to the developer. Hopefully we will be playing this hopefully very soon, maybe tonight. So yeah. Whoa.
What? Now what?
Oh man.
Now what'd you find?
Well, I don't know. I'll tell you later. I can't
you hate that?
I can't say it right now.
People message us on like Discord and stuff, and we're like, oh man, like we just want to talk about it. It's so bad sometimes, but yeah, it's hard to not. It's bad. I hear that pinging going on in the background. Oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna change that Discord one in chat for everybody too, in case you guys do want to join the Discord, which I highly recommend. And holy crap, is Discord just freaking.
Yeah, we got a lot of awesome people in Discord, a lot of awesome conversations. We do some giveaways and stuff on there as well. We have a blast. I mean, that's kind of what I'm on like all week long while I'm at work. I'm on the Discord talking to people and stuff when I can. So it's a ton of fun. So another one that came out this past week, which I wanted to talk about because I think this game is getting a ton of people are talking about it. A ton of people are playing it. There's a lot of videos and stuff going out. This is Swarm, and this is my footage. I was actually in the beta. So I've been in the beta for a long time, and then. With betas, if people don't beta test a lot, one of the ways it works is that usually when you're in a beta test, sometimes the developers will just let you keep the game after the beta is over, and you just keep it. And other ones, you lose the access to the game once the game came out. And this one is one that I lost the access, so I purchased it. And one of the things that is for me is the nice thing about beta testing is that it really gives you an idea of if you want to spend your money to purchase this game once it comes out. And I did. I thought this game was good enough in the beta. I had enough fun and that I wanted to play it some more that I did use my money to purchase this game. And I used the discount code mobile25. If you use that on the Oculus app on your phone, you can get 25% off. Yeah, one-time use, 25% off of an Oculus game. I know a ton of people have been talking about this week, but maybe not everybody knows about that. So be sure to try that out if you are planning on buying a game on the Oculus. That's what I use, the discount code. I use it on this game here, and I love it. So I had basically, as of Tyler used it this morning, I think. So, Java. Somebody bought 2 coffees. Thank you. Another anonymous.
We really want to know, guys.
Thank you. Though. Oh, Penji's in here too. I just saw Penji in here. She said she can't always make it for the live stream. So
she's at the end of the show today.
Yeah, she is at the end of the show. So if you haven't, check out her Oculus songs that she did for the release of Quest 1 and Quest 2. I love that. Did
she come out with a rendered reality song yet? We gotta beg her to do that.
We'll probably have to pay her for that.
Whatever we gotta do.
We'll send her some coffee and stuff or something. Awesome. That'd be awesome. Oh, I would love that. She could do like an intro for the show. Oh man, she's honestly the awesome skills. She's a phenomenal singer. She really is. So I love that. I'm sure a lot of you people know this song because we played it on the show in the past. But what was I talking about? I got distracted.
So I should look. I think the reviews on this are like
4.9 last I looked. There was 5.0 for a while. 4.9. Man. Yeah, it is. Right. For me, I mean, like I said, I had to start over because I lost the access. So, but the game is going into the full game. When I last played it in beta, when you go in now, it's very comic book style story that starts out. I should have put a clip of that, and it's awesome. It is really cool. I love the way they did that. I didn't see that in the beta. They may have added that after I played some of the beta, but it is awesome. And for me, any game that adds this swinging mechanism, I am a fan of. Like Jupitergrad, I love that. I thought that was I just feel so good to me in VR, and I haven't heard anybody talk about motion sickness with this. I'm curious. Like I can't imagine my wife could really comfortably play this. I don't know, but
I mean there has to be some comfort to it because of the reviews. I feel like you wouldn't have that high of reviews unless people, it's not their first VR game, nor would I probably recommend it.
Right. But yeah, I've heard that it's good, and there are comfort options. Right. I have them all off, obviously. Right. For me, it's so hard to judge because I don't get any motion sickness. So I play games and like this, and I'm like, I don't know if it, because it doesn't bother me, but I can't speak for other people. But it is really cool how you can unlock different modifiers. Like this one, I just unlocked the slow-mo, where it puts you in a slow motion thing to shoot stuff. And I think this is so good, and they do a good job of with the grapple hooks that you can pull yourself up. So like you can pull as you hook onto something to swing. It just feels so good. I just love the way it feels. Like I don't know. And again, I wish it had multiplayer. I would love multiplayer in this. Like that would be so cool. Even co-op, if we could both be swinging around and, get some kind of special perk if we can high five as we're flying past each other, which would be really hard to do. You know what I mean?
Or just competing against each other. You know what I mean? There's lots of things you could do. I know. Yeah. Again, it's an awesome everything game. In VR is better with multiplayer, man. Yeah. Like I just want it all, and that's honestly what keeps me from buying a lot of games.
Yeah, sometimes for me too.
Because it doesn't have it. Yeah. I mean, it really does.
Yeah, this is a good one, though. I recommend this. And we do have a giveaway going on. This giveaway for Swarm is going to end on Monday. So for some that a lot of people watch on Sunday and Monday and stuff, the show afterwards. So this is a giveaway that's going to end on Monday. So go ahead and sign up for that. There's some links in the chat. There's links in the description below. I saw a person said Swarm is legit. And I know he's been playing this. He actually put out some videos on this. His first videos, I believe, on his channel were of this. So they just did a good job. It's feel good mechanics. It's rewarding. Like you feel like you're accomplishing something cool when you pull off some really good moves, and it's really good. I really do. I recommend it.
It's the kind of stuff VR needs. I mean, those experiences you couldn't normally have. That's why I think people love it.
And I think I just got a perk right there, which I didn't even realize that I got a wet feet perk or whatever, or accomplishment or whatever, because I went low enough where my feet dipped in the water. And the end, like if you do fall in the water, is really cool, because you remember when we played like Flappy Flapmates or whatever it was right here, and you fall in the water, and there's a shark, and I love when they do stuff like that. I just think that's
that
cool.
is a great game.
I think that's cool.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What was that game called? Floaty Flatmates.
Flatmates.
There were two names though. Like
I don't know if it ever even came out. Yeah, Sam and something or whatever. But it was hilarious. It was a little buggy back then.
Like,
we need to see if that ever came out, because that was fun together.
Dude, it's out. Oh yeah, it's out.
Is it? Yeah,
it's on
that
Steam.
was fun together. I might still have it. We need to play that again. We should live stream that to see if they did any updates. That was fun. Like, we ridiculously had.
Because you had to work with your partner, but yet you were like far apart, and you had to do like hand signals that like get stuff done. Then you could use the can with the wire and stuff.
Yeah, it was hard. It was puzzles. You had to figure it all out. And how to progress each level. It was really good. So who said Technoglitch said, me too, sick of single player games. Somebody said this game is so good it should be illegal. I read it now. There it is. Reed Rothschild said Swarm is so good it should be illegal. So I mean, obviously people are enjoying this game because you see the reviews. Yeah, you see the reviews. So I know people are enjoying this. I know it's not just me. So this is Oh, there you go. Liberty 309 combine Swarm with Pop 1. Oh, what if Pop 1 got some of these swinging? Like you could find a grapple hook somewhere, and then you could. Man, that would be cool. That'd be cool.
I mean, ultimately, Pop 1's going to get stuff. Not maybe like this, but, they're going to probably get, like, jump packs, like booster packs.
Yeah.
Or, the stuff that Fortnite has probably dabbled into, like the trampoline stuff. Or, they can add stuff till, they run out of ideas, basically. I mean, and to put them in and take them out. Like
exactly. Put them in so that way it's not something that people get sick of, or people get too good at and always have an extreme perk. But I love stuff like that. And this one, I believe this is cross-buy on the Rift store as well. I have only ever played this on the Quest. I honestly don't know how you could even play this on the Rift. Somebody let me know, because I move so much.
Spinning
like this game,
around,
I am constantly turning. I would get so wrapped up in a wire if I played this on wired PC. I play it on Quest. It's an awesome game on Quest. I'm sure people could do it, but man, I would be falling on the floor tangled up in a wire, I feel like. So
I see PD making comments. Is Phil Collins in chat? Is that what?
Phil Collins did leave a mugshot. You'll see it some point in the show. So, hey, it is what it is.
I need another 25% off coupon. Yeah, 25 is a lot.
That's awesome.
I think the highest we've ever got was the 30, like a gifted 30 from Oculus,
they give some individualized ones that come in email sometimes.
Right. Which are random.
Yeah, but I was hoping that it would not be one-time use. I tried to use it again, and for me, it only worked once. I was hoping I could use this thing like as many times as I could, because we buy a lot of games. I mean, some games we do get from developers and stuff, but a lot of these games we purchase. So like this game, we purchased this game. So Aspen Darkfire, he's been hitting us up with them buy me coffees like every show.
Cheers,
really appreciate that.
We really do appreciate the coffees.
He's been doing a bunch of Pop One videos too, and Pop One live streams and stuff. So man, everybody's loving the Pop One. I can't blame them.
It's great. There's nobody that I've recommended Pop One to that goes, yeah, I don't like it. Like,
yeah, everybody.
It's not good. Like,
I mean, some people probably don't, but because not everybody that's their kind of game. Gamertag is in chat, and he said, "Where is your business email, guys? I can't find it on in your YouTube. Usually, there's a link in the description, or there's like one at the end of the description about things. But it's RenderedRealityvr at gmail.com if you need to. Which I don't know. What, I mean, we talk to him all the time, but maybe he's sending us $1 million or something. I don't know. I'm totally down. So we need to get GT back on the show, though.
There we go.
Love having
him on. The Discord link's working.
Okay,
so if you guys do want to join the Discord, it's in chat. You can pull it up if you're in chat live. Grab it. If not, it is in the description.
Yeah, and let us know what you guys use that 25% off. I see Gaming Science Teacher said she used it on Cosmo Dread. I am curious to see what people picked up with that. I picked up Swarm with it, and what did my wife pick up? She can put in chat if she's still in here. I can't remember. She used it yesterday. Oh, what did she pick up? I can't remember.
I thought you told me. I forget now.
Yeah, maybe she'll say it. But she used it as well because she has an Oculus account as well. And she picked up a game. Maybe it was that Traffic Jams. Maybe that's what it was. I think it was. It was Traffic Jams. Yeah.
So we got some other big stuff to talk about, man.
Yeah.
We got some
I don't even know what
games.
to get into. There's so much stuff. What do you want to get into next? As well as hardware stuff.
Hardware? Oh, yeah. That's right. We have a couple headsets we need to talk about. Yeah, we got to move. Okay.
Other things.
So let's talk about a headset. Pick one. Which one you want?
I don't know.
Your pick.
We could talk about the G2 Omnicept because I don't really want to.
Sure.
I don't want to focus on this too long because we've talked about it before. We have the regular G2. We don't have the Omnicept edition, but we have the regular G2.
Yep.
But this we've known is coming, but now we know the price and all that stuff. So that's, I guess, the news. This week.
Again, I am a huge promoter of headsets, including this. And I think if stuff going forward has more of this, it will be used inside of everything that we do.
Yeah.
I just think they have to start including it.
And what you're talking about is the eye tracking and all that stuff. Yeah, the face and eye tracking. That is part of the Omnicept edition of the G2, not the regular G2. And this is more not consumer based. Yeah, this is more commercial, and we'll see how that goes. I mean, the price tag is $1,250, so I mean, about double what the regular G2 is. So you're paying about double to get this. It'll be interesting to see who orders this, like who gets this outside of commercial stuff. And I mean, right now, I don't know that there's really any benefit to buy it as a consumer because we're going to have to see, for one, what stuff uses this kind of technology. Also, the heart rate. I forgot there was a heart rate monitor built into it as well. But
I mean, eventually, games are going to pull it in, especially like your social games. So
I mean, we're seeing everybody go that way.
Adopted,
HTC released their hardware stuff for that. I know Oculus is going to be releasing something with all of that. I know they've been working on that for a while. And I do want to see, especially social games go that way. For sure. I don't know. I mean, for me, this isn't something that I'll be picking up. I already have the G2, and I honestly don't use the G2 as much as I thought I was going to. It's great for sim games and stuff, but the shooter games and stuff that I play, I don't love the hand tracking isn't quite, or the controller tracking isn't quite there for me. But I don't know. I mean, you don't plan on picking this up, right? For $1,250?
I don't, just because, there's not a big enough difference between the G2 as it is to this. It's just the add-ons, basically, so it wouldn't be worth it. But I'm glad we're seeing it adopted. Like, I would love it. Like, if these came out at the same time, like the G2 and this one, I would actually think about it. I really would. So I don't know if I would pick it up because it is still a big expense for this headset. But I think we need it. I do. And I think it would be really cool to try and see. Except the problem is me having the headset, I don't see the benefits in it.
Yeah.
It's not a personal benefit. It would be your benefit to see me have it, if that makes sense.
That's true. That is
You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's not a big gain personally. It's more of a environmental gain, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know.
Yep.
I think it's exciting to see all this stuff coming. I know that's the direction we're going to see a lot of headsets go, but I'm not going to pick this one up for $1,250. I feel like there's going to be some other headsets and stuff coming out this year that I'm going to put my money towards. I already have a G2. So maybe if you didn't have a G2 and you were very much into the social games that hopefully will take advantage of this, I could see it being justified a little bit more. It's still it's kind of a big price tag.
It's a big it's a big add-on. You know what I mean? It's a big price difference. So it would be hard. So, but I'm glad to see it, and hopefully we see more headsets now. You know, now that more technology is out there, more stuff's out there for it.
Right.
We'll see it more. Hopefully.
Right. For sure.
Yeah. Yep.
For sure. So
does it come with the same controllers? Yeah, same controllers.
Yeah, same. I don't think there's anything different about the controllers, and the tracking is the same. You still got the same camera placement. It's just the add-ons, really. It's just and then they're not physically add-on things; they're built into the headset. So it would have been cool if they would have went more of the HTC route with the face tracking stuff, things that you could add on to your already existing G2. That would be pretty cool.
Pimax, Pimax has done it. I mean, I think add-ons are the way to go. I mean, look at Oculus, how well they have done. You know, everyone buys the headset and gets in the door cheaper, but then they end up spending as much because of the add-ons. So I think add-ons are the way to go.
And if it's something, I mean, like, you know, some people might not care about having eye tracking, you know, necessarily. I mean, the one thing that I could see benefiting from eye tracking is foveated rendering. Once all of that is into play, that would definitely be a big benefit that you would want eye tracking. But just as far as gameplay, you know, I mean, it would be not. I mean, I'm always about add-on things, accessories. You know, I like accessories anyways. I buy a ton of accessories. I spend too much money on them, but I like to be able to upgrade, customize, you know, some accessories I might not care about and I might pass on. Other ones I might be excited about. So I do like accessories, but let's get into another game that is very 80s retro esque. You know, we got the retro stuff going on today. And this definitely hits that sweet spot in the retro, right?
I love this because the first time I saw this, I instantly saw the 4/3. And if, you know, that's the first thing I noticed, like scene one, because I'm like, you know, nothing's shot in 4/3. If you guys don't know, I'm talking about the framing of the video.
Ratio,
yeah. So everything now is 16:9, right? What you're seeing now from us is 16:9. It fits on a regular widescreen TV or
old
phone
school
very
TVs
well.
were 4:3 aspect ratio, not the 16, not the widescreen. I'm gonna start the trailer right now.
Good. But, so the second I saw this, I thought of, now I can't think of it again. It was for Dreamcast that I played was Tokyo. Oh gosh, I can't think of it now.
The racing game.
Yeah. Oh man, I can't think of it now. Tokyo Extreme Racer.
Tokyo and the world Racer. You were showing me the video of it. Yeah. The world is definitely reminiscent of this for sure.
Dude, this takes me back to playing that game. You know what I mean? And Sean was like, I don't really remember it because he always played Dreamcast with me too.
Yeah.
And I sent him the video and he's like, oh, you only like it because it has a Subaru in it because it has one of my old cars in it. And I'm like, dude, I didn't even realize what I sent you had that in it, but it does look like it. And it makes me want to play this game and the vibes of it.
Awesome.
The visuals. Like, look at this. Look at that video.
It looks very cartoonish. I mean, 80s style for sure.
The VHS skipping. Oh, it's great.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Some of the, I wanted to mention some of the stuff that they had inspiration for when building this game. Let me see here. On Rails. I'm trying to see. So the games that they mentioned that were inspiration for this, the developers, was Star Fox.
Oh, I love Star Fox.
Panzer Dragoon. Outrun, which when they said Outrun, I was like, oh man, I remember that game, man. That was huge arcade. I mean, you couldn't go into an arcade place that didn't have that game. You know, you remember the Red Ferrari, you know what I mean, with the 2K. Oh, awesome game, which I totally can see that. Road Rash, which was another one, a motorcycle game. That was an awesome arcade game back in the day. Awesome. So those were some of the inspirations, and then you were coming up with a couple other things that it reminded you of. But man, this is so. To me, I don't know, this game and against these two games this week that are teaser things that are kind of coming out. And Truman Pixel is the developer of this, and they kind of been putting out little teaser clips for a couple weeks now. And I was like, what is going on? Like, what is this game? And now we finally got, a trailer that is out for it. And man, it just has me extremely excited. Have not got to play this game yet, but definitely want to. Their little breakdown, it says that their newest arcade VR title set in retro futuristic world inspired by late 80s prestige anime, coming to next generation of PSVR as well as other VR platforms. So as far as I know, this is pretty much going to be on all the platforms. They haven't exactly specifically said Quest yet, because that we know that's a process to get approved for Quest. So I know they're going to at least be wanting to get this on the Quest. I have to imagine it's probably going to come to Quest. I can't imagine Quest is going to turn this away. I think this is going to be perfect for the Quest. They already have a game that is on the Quest, and that is 2MD Football, which actually I want to talk about that real quick, because that actually just got an update, and that is the update of being able to run the ball. So before, it was just a quarterback kind of a game where you were throwing and stuff, and the AI would run the ball for you after they caught it. Now you can actually, so now you have the option of running the ball when you complete any pass or handoff by toggling the new receiver mode slider in the locker room from CPU to manual. Any completed pass will instantaneously transport you to the target player with possession of the ball. And also there's a new stadium as well. So awesome game that
he keeps adding stuff constantly.
2MD Football is a great game. So I just wanted to throw that out there.
Great mechanics too.
For sure.
That's what I'm curious about this, how the mechanics are going to run. So like, the leaning, can you lean by actually, moving your, motorcycle, or that would be freaking incredible.
Yeah, I do want to know that as well too, because like I said, we haven't got to play this yet, so we don't know all of the details. All we know is what we've been told and what we've seen in the trailer. Brandon with a $5 super chat said, I showed up 30 minutes late. Good morning, guys. Have y'all covered Stride developer Joyway's gameplay trailer for the new game Against? It looks awesome. Yes. We absolutely have. You did miss that. That was earlier. Sick. That is these two games, Runner and Against. So the two games I was talking about that I am extremely pumped for. I can't wait to play both of these games. I can't wait till they come out. They both look phenomenal. I mean, they really do. These games have me extremely excited this week.
Yes, good call about Against though, man, because that looks so good too. These two games I cannot wait to play. I really can't. And this game doesn't look like, over the top, right? It doesn't look, like crazy stuff going on yet, but that feeling of speed I feel like in this, and concentrating on stuff and being able to move around fluid, through it. I just think it looks amazing. I really cannot wait for this. Yep. And I would love to try this sitting on a motorcycle. I would love to play it actually on a motorcycle.
What was the motorcycle game we just talked about, the arcade game? Because you could actually sit, a lot of those old arcade games, you were actually sitting on a motorcycle, and that was how you would turn, by leaning and stuff, which was it was so good.
And I've got a stand like that where it sits on too, and I'd love to try it, but we'll see, maybe.
Yeah. So I mean, in this, obviously, you're sitting on a motorbike or motorcycle, and it says you'll need to weave through traffic, taking out enemies using single or dual wielded pistols. As the opponents get tougher, so does the arsenal attacked by autonomous motorcycles, UAV, hunter killer tanks, massive bosses. Players will be able to access heavy ordnances such as lock-on missiles, integrated vehicle cannon. Players will also be able to collect power-ups to further enhance their weapons with features such as scattershot or lasers, for example. And there's some kind of feature coming to this code. I talked to the developer some. There's some kind of feature coming to this that they can't talk about yet. And he kept saying something about we can't announce what it is yet. We can't talk about it. So I don't know what that is, but something is happening that's going to be pretty cool in this game that I don't know what it is yet. Yeah, I just love this.
So person in chat asked, what is this game called? I need it on wish list. Runner. And yes.
Yeah, I don't know if you can wish list this yet. I don't think. I'll have to look.
They don't probably have a page. Yeah, they probably don't.
I'm not sure.
They might not actually.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
But keep an eye out for it, because yes, highly recommend this.
Yeah. So I don't know. I was talking to him this morning. I don't want to say anything I'm not allowed to say.
Right.
But he was saying that. What they've shown here is a very early look at a very small part of the game, is what they're saying. There's going to be platform-specific features that we can't discuss yet that will uniquely enhance the experience. So that was some of the stuff that he was kind of teasing that I don't know what it is. That seems very exciting. And we've met these developers. We met the team in person at PAX in 2020, beginning of PAX. We were covering some of the 2MD football stuff that they were doing update-wise to that game then. And also they asked, they wanted us to mention about why is it not coming to PSVR 1, first generation PSVR. And they said that the easy answer there is that the nature of the tracking and controls necessitate a higher fidelity interface than the Move controllers provided. That was mainly the reason why it's coming to next generation PSVR.
Which I understand. There's so much like looking backwards to do things and stuff. I mean, that would be very hard to do.
Yeah. And they also said, additionally, there are many graphical elements that would need to be seriously compromised for PS4, sprawling city, heavy particle effects, filtering, and more. and they said there's some stuff that they still can't discuss at this time. So,
well, did you see the gunship that was like? I mean, is there more to this than we know?
Oh, there is.
I mean?
That's what he said. That's what he said. He said this is a very, very small part of the puzzle of this game. It's a very small part of what they're showing right now. So.
Yep. Arcade racers, man. Yeah, like Wolf Raza said, this will be awesome. I love anything arcade racer style.
Absolutely. And I did put a 2MD football code. Developer sent us some codes for that in the chat. I put that in the chat. I'm going to put another one in there. There's Oculus codes because they're really long. So you can always tell Oculus codes because of how long they are.
Oh, you got 6 minutes too from the time of me saying this to sign up for the other giveaways too, which are in chat.
Oh yeah, they end at 12 at noon. So that's 2 Space Slurpies and 1 Population 1 Oculus code. So there's another 2MD football one that just went up there now. So man, I am pumped for this. So we got so much stuff we got to get through. We need to hustle it up a little bit, but man, this is awesome. And also check out 2MD football, and another great game, especially if you already have it. Check out the new update. I haven't played the receiver update yet, but I definitely.
Yeah, if you're a football fan, definitely.
It's a fun game. It is a really fun game. So let's get into Space Slurpies right now because that code is about to be ready to go. This was some of my footage of playing this game with the developers, Brandon and Alexander, on Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. Which we played the beta of the game a while back, like the demo. You know, they put out a demo, and that was all single player. So this was the first time I ever got to play it in multiplayer. And again, Tyler was supposed to be there, 4-player multiplayer. With some health issues with his family and stuff, he wasn't able to make it on Wednesday. So it was the 3 of us that played. It is a blast with other people.
Every time you come out of it, you're always like, gosh, it's so much fun.
And I was sweating up a storm. We played this for about 45 minutes, and I was like, man, I was, obviously moving a whole lot more than I realized. And it's just, it's so much fun. It's basically what my wife referred to as Slither.io, which I was like, oh yeah, like that's exactly what this is pretty much. And her nephew loves that game. So this is actually available on Oculus, on Steam, I think on Viveport, and now on App Lab. It is on App Lab right now. So we picked it up on App Lab because he has her Quest 1 and he lives, not close to us. So we're getting that on his headset. We haven't played together, but we're really, really looking forward to the 3 of us being able to play that together. I think he's going to absolutely love it. It's a ton of fun. And there's some strategy that gets into this as well that I haven't learned the strategy. Alexander knew the strategy and he was able to trap people and stuff. But he had like 250 hours in this game, he said, because he was developing it. So, and there's also custom maps. VR Trend has a map in there. Some other people have maps in there. We have a rendered reality map in there that is based in the studio, but you're down inside of a coffee cup, which is a really crazy feeling. And there's some really creepers that are peeking over the mug. Man, those dudes
it's just so nice to see that developers listening that games need to be multiplayer. Like it just expands the experience, you know, and it's proof of that. You can play it by yourself or play it with friends.
I mean, this game was already fun by yourself.
Exactly.
But it's another level with friends. I mean, we were cracking up laughing. I mean, if you watch the video, we put out almost all of our gameplay.
Like yelling at
it was like,
people.
Well, it was about, I guess, a quarter of our gameplay or a third of our gameplay from Wednesday that we put up on YouTube if you want to watch it. But it was hilarious. I mean, I had a blast playing with those guys. And this is an awesome game available all over the place. And it's $6.99. It's $6.99. I mean, you can't go wrong. I mean, you really can't. I think for $6.99, I don't know what other game you could buy that you would have this much fun with some friends for $6.99.
Yep.
So it's a phenomenal
game. I really wish
wait.
I could have been there. You're messaging me, and I'm like, dude, I can't.
I know. I even called you. I was like, are you back home? You had a late night at work, and then you had all the family stuff going on. So we do have some Steam keys as well. The Gleam giveaway that's about to end in a couple minutes is for Oculus codes, right? No, for Steam codes. Those are Steam codes as well. So we got a couple Steam codes to give away. There's one there. I'm gonna pop up another one right now. So that is number 2. Hopefully somebody grabbed the first one, but man, it's fun with friends, 4 players, and it gets crazy. I mean, even with 3 people and 1 AI, it was getting crazy. And the AI beat us sometimes. Like the AI is pretty good. Like the AI beat
it's
all
right
of us sometimes.
That point of hard to beat, but you can still beat them.
Yep, and it's a very easy pickup game. So, I mean, there's really no major controls for this game. You have your hand, and it just follows you everywhere you go, and then you just have to eat the little things, but you have to avoid hitting yourself. Other players, like I hit another player there, and you also have to avoid, like, there's different landmines and stuff in different levels. So, Tony Digital with that $25 super chat. Holy crap. He said, you're the best around. Nothing's going to ever keep you down. I got on late today, but I'm going to run it back the best. Thank you, Tony Digital. We really appreciate that.
We need quotes now.
Yeah, really. Oh, that'd be cool.
I can turn on quotes in Streamline. I can do it.
That'd be fun, man. The bad thing is time is so limited. We have so many ideas of things we want to do, and just never enough time to do it all. Here's the coffee in VR map, and I got to tell you, these creepers that keep popping up over the cup looking down are so distracting, because once the game gets going, if you look up at them, you're pretty much screwed. You're gonna crash into something, or yourself or whatever. So, but it's cool to experience, and this is a difficult map. It was a hard map. Like I didn't live very long in this map. I need to practice on this one. So, but man, it's fun. I hope everybody, hopefully some people get some codes for this.
I love even like the lights. Our lights back here are in the seat too. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's really cool. They did an awesome job. So, and they have more plans for things they want to do. I was giving them some things that I thought would be cool while we were playing and stuff. So they have a lot of plans for this game, and it'll be cool to see what they do. But not a real big development team. This is a small team. They did Star Blazer was their first game. Virus Popper was their second game. And this is now their third game. $6.99. I mean, $6.99 can't go wrong. So
sorry, I'm choking up.
I got you all in my shower. TMI.
Yeah. Oh man,
the Game Guru said I look baked today. I'm not baked. It's my allergies. That's why my eyes are so messed up and stuff. I apologize for that. So that's what that is. But yeah, so is that giveaway over?
Yeah, I'm actually going to turn the notifications for that. Actually, I'll just modify them. But yes, they should be over. It is 12 o'clock.
Okay, so let's do the drawing at the end of the show. We can draw winners for Population 1 and 2 Space Slurpies. Let's do that towards the end of the show so we can keep rolling through some things. So if you entered that giveaway, hang on, stay with us. We will definitely draw, and we'll email the winner as well once after the show's over. So
let's see, the Swarm one's still going though, right?
Swarm one's going until Monday. That one's going until Monday. Yep.
I'll leave that one up for you guys then.
Yeah. Let us know if you've played Space Slurpies. Let us know what you think. Would love to jump into some multiplayer sometime with some people.
Chris
as well.
said you guys creeping over the top of the cup cracks me up.
It's so ridiculous.
It was the funniest thing coming up with the idea for that. Like, we should have recorded that, because
I wish we would have recorded that conversation. Yeah, I really do wish we would have, because it was hilarious. Amazing. Like Tyler, we were coming up with ideas, and Tyler mentioned one point in time, he's like, "What if we were down inside of a coffee cup?" And he's like, "Oh, that probably wouldn't work." And Alexander's like, "Wait a minute, that might work. What is your plan?" And like, it was just a whole conversation that went like that.
It's always scale, right? So VR is so cool because you can take yourself out of where you could ever experience from. Yeah. And I shot from my wedding. I had that idea from that because I shot a picture from down in a cup with a 360 camera with like 4 of us standing around it. And I'm like, could we recreate that in VR? Like, that would be awesome. And then it started flowing about, the cup and coffee, and then in our scene and stuff. And we're like, you guys can make that scene in VR and
He's
stuff?
Like, yeah, I think we can do that.
I can do anything. It
was awesome. So I can't wait to see what else they do too. And the VR trend map was really cool. That they actually have the actual magazine in there, like flipping through, which is another thing that's a little distracting, but it was really cool, especially before you start the game to check that out. So and you can customize your Slurpees and stuff as well. I customized the colors and stuff.
Which I finally signed up for the magazine, which I hadn't done. I kept forgetting about it. And then every time you would say, one shipped, I was like, oh, crap.
Yeah, I got all 3 so far.
Sign up. I know.
Oh, man, Starcade, a $50 super chat. You guys did not have to do that. Seriously, holy crap.
So
that is from the developer Starcade Arcade. Make sure to remind chat that Alexander lost all the games when we played. That might be true or might not be true. I won't clarify on that, but we had a ton of fun. But really, you guys didn't have to. I mean, this is a small development team. You guys really didn't have to send us a super chat. We really do appreciate that. Man, that's crazy.
Matthew said just bought another bleep game, $6.99 on Space Slurpees. Exactly, $6.99.
You can't beat that.
They wanted to price it at the pickup point. You know what I mean? And they did. They nailed it. I mean, it's amazing. Yeah,
I think
here's the VR trend.
Yeah, I think it's a great value for $6.99 for sure. I've actually bought a couple copies. We bought copies to give away, Oculus copies to give away. We bought another one on App Lab, which we actually need to buy another. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I guess, because my wife, I don't know how it'll work because she shares an account with her nephew. It's her account on his Quest, so we'll see how that works with all of us playing together. But
that's true.
Man, awesome game. Thank you for that, Star.
Cheers, guys. You guys are freaking amazing and a riot. I wish I could have been there to play.
Yeah, they're so much fun to hang out with. Yeah, we always have a blast. So watch the video.
Basically, like mirror images of us as developers, right? I mean?
Similar. What do you call it?
mindsets.
Yeah, sense of humor, stuff like that.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
Yeah, awesome guys. So we really appreciate that, and definitely check the game out. Leave a review. You know, it does help.
Yes,
I'm always really bad at leaving reviews. I got to do better at that because I always forget.
It is hard.
I need to go through and leave reviews for everything, but I do need to leave a review for this one as well. But
Lipnox, cheers, man. Good seeing you in chat.
For sure. So let us know. Let us know what you think of this. Hopefully, we still have the drawing to do for the Gleam to give away. We'll do that towards the end of the show. I did want to talk about so the DecaMove hip tracker, and I didn't get footage of myself playing it. I actually just got one of these in. This is it here. You turn it on and it buzzes and it lights up. This is the bloggers edition, they're calling it. So this isn't the finalized version. So I don't know what the finalized version will look like. It did come in a nice little case too, which I love when things come in these little cases. I don't know why. I love these. So I did get that. I've been playing around with that this week. I haven't had a ton of time with this, and this is something that I actually was very, very impressed with. And there's a lot of other people that have already got these and done videos and stuff, and I've watched some of their stuff, and they were really impressed with it. The thing is, what this is, one of the things that I love it so much for is first-person shooter. I played Zero Caliber in this. I was playing some Zero Caliber, and so one of the first things I remember going into in shooter games when we first started playing them, there's usually two ways of doing tracking. It's head-based tracking or hand-based tracking, and it basically, so if it's on your hand, the direction your hand is when you're moving, it wants to veer off in that direction. And I remember playing it that way, and I remember reaching up to adjust my headset, and I started walking backwards, and I'm like, what is going on? I'm pushing forward on the stick, and I'm going backwards, and then I realized, early on in VR that it was going off my hand. So you can switch it to head tracking, but then, if you're walking forward and you want to look to the side, to look through a doorway or whatever it is, it wants to start veering that direction. And that's not how it should be, because that's not realistic. When you're physically walking in the real world, your body doesn't go in the direction that your hand is going or your head, right? I mean, that doesn't feel normal. That's not how things work. So
it changes that reference point then to your hip and where you're looking at, not or you're facing, not which way you're looking.
Right. It works really good because if you've played airsoft or you've been in the military or anything like that, then you've probably heard the term of having your head on a swivel, because your body's going in one direction, but you're moving your head. You're looking at what's coming up, and you're moving your head around. Your head isn't, always just the direction you're going, or it's not, and obviously it never works off of your hand. That one makes even less sense to me, which they both aren't good solutions. So the hip tracking is awesome. And this is, I honestly, when we first started talking about Deca Gear, I was very skeptical about the company as a whole. I never even thought we would really see a true product out of them. So having this product in hand and it working so well and me liking it so much has given me a little bit more confidence that, hey, maybe the Deca Gear headset is going to be good as well. And they did a good job with this software-wise and everything. It's very, very simple. You have a dongle that goes into your PC, then you turn this on and they pair together. And there's a little, you just calibrate it by flipping it, the directions it basically shows you to flip it. And then you stick it on, and then they have an app that you open up and you select the game that you want to play, and it shows a check mark for what games are supported. I haven't tried playing any of the games that aren't supported. I don't know how that works. I've only tried the ones with the green check marks. But then you go into the game, you can look down, and it shows you a little circle with an arrow of which direction this thing is facing. And it works really, really well. And the thing is that I don't know that this here as a product is necessarily going to catch on really big, because now we're seeing other people doing this off of phone-based apps, and Deca Gear themselves are actually going to do this as well. And the way it's going to work is that your phone is going to be in your pocket or whatever, and your phone is going to do the same thing that does to track your hip movement instead of your head or your hand. And that is the direction this is probably going to go. I almost prefer to have this little tracker because I sometimes use my phone for other things. You know what I mean? So I don't know how that's going to work.
Or don't want it on you. I don't want it on me all the time because when I swing my hands down, if I'm doing something active, I have a tendency to clip my hip a little bit, and I never want to hit my phone either. So
yeah. So I don't know. I know. But there's other companies as well that are doing this. There's OO Track that is doing. I think you can get that now in the beta, and you have to join their Discord, I believe. I haven't tried it, but actually the person who let me know about that was the one that's doing what was the name of the cable system that you got?
VR wire.
Yeah, VR wire. He's the one that let me know about that one. So there are other people doing this as well. I have to imagine Oculus may do this as well in their app. You mentioned like they could pop out with this at any time.
That's what I said.
But it's cool.
Could you imagine if Oculus dropped it with their native app that works right with their headset, that can already make a connection to the headset? Like, they have everything in place. They could just shut everybody out and do it themselves too.
Yeah. And that's what Ken Ross said. Deca has also said they'll release an app you can use in your phone as a DecaMove tracker. And yeah, that's we said that as well. And that's a good idea, because it's not, I mean, everybody has their phone, so it's not something you have to go out and buy or order or wait to be shipped. But having this in hand has given me some confidence in this company that I'm a little bit more excited for their headset now than I ever was. I really like this product. I mean, for playing games like Contractors and Pavlov and Onward and Zero Caliber and probably, I mean, even, Half-Life Alyx, any of these games, this feels so much more natural. And it's not even something that you notice a bunch, because it just feels more natural. I feel like you almost notice the hand-based stuff more, because it's like, whoa, why am I going that direction? Where this just feels more natural. It just feels more of a way you should move in VR. This just makes so much more sense, Yeah.
Yeah. So far on the poll, pretty split, actually. Will DecaGear put out a headset to compete with Oculus? 57% said yes so far. Yeah. At first we were very thinking it wasn't going to actually come to fruition a little bit.
I was skeptical.
Unless we saw something. We have always said that, unless they can actually put something out, something physical. And we're seeing that. So more and more hope every single day, I guess.
The other thing that gave me some confidence in this company that I thought was really cool, and this is a very simple thing, but they wrote a handwritten note, and they did that to all of these that they sent out. And this is all handwritten. And they sent these to a ton of people. And, this has my name on it. And so just that alone, I thought was really pretty cool to get shipped with something. I'm sure that's not going to be consumer based once they're shipping out thousands of headsets or anything, but just the fact that they took the time to do that, I thought was pretty cool. So I was impressed with this. I would love to see what they're going to do in the future. I still don't know for sure that they're going to put out a headset that's going to compete with Oculus. I hope they do. I hope they do. So, but yeah, it's interesting.
Could headsets even go to, we have cameras watching everything in the room anyways. Couldn't almost the cameras predict some of this too? Say Oculus were to have a motion tracker or use a phone as one and use the cameras, though if you're not looking. So now you're looking away. I guess it wouldn't have any. So
it's going to be a lot harder to do. And I think that's why they've used the hand-based, head-based stuff for so long. And even this, this doesn't have any cameras or anything, and it's using like cell phone-based gyrometers or whatever, that are telling it which direction it's turning and stuff, as far as I know. So that's basically. So yeah, I don't know. I was impressed. I really enjoyed playing it and checking it out. I thought it was really cool. So how much time? What time are we looking at? We
got to keep moving.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah, I know.
So the other thing was the Valheim. Is that how you say it? Yeah. So they came out with a VR mod, basically, that a lot of people got really excited about, because this is a huge flat game. I don't know anything about it. I've never played this game flat.
It's awesome. I've watched a good bit of it. I've watched J-Ham play. A lot of times he'll stream it to me while he's playing and stuff. Yeah. And he always walks me through it and stuff, like showing me, what he's doing in there. And yeah, man, I would love to play this in VR. So when the mod dropped, I sent it to him and asked him if he would try, because he has tons of hours in this game, right? So he's the best person to experience this, because plays a lot of VR too. And no hand controls. It's still all keyboard and mouse and partial gamepad. So you're still stuck with your PC controls. So it's kind of like a Vortex at that point. I don't know, but they are working on hand controls.
Yeah,
so
they are. And I think that's where it's going to get
faith, that will actually happen. But until then, I told him, I'm like, dude, I'm jumping in this game. This game has me hyped because of what I've seen him play. The mechanics and the exploratory and the co-op aspect.
Yeah, there's co-op for sure.
Oh, dude, it's incredible what's the stuff in this game.
People have been impressed, though. People that are huge fans of this game have been impressed with the VR mod. Supposedly it works pretty good. Attitude and Action said, why can't you just use a Vive tracker for hip tracking? A lot of people already have those. And you probably can. I don't have Vive trackers. I've never purchased them. I might buy some of the Tundra ones, when they come out?
Right. It's more size, I think, for me. Is size of having something on you and clipping it all the time.
And price
I don't know.
as well.
I feel like
a Vive tracker is what? It's like $100 some. I believe this thing was supposed to be like $39 or something like that if they end up coming out with this. So price wise and free. I mean, everybody has a cell phone. So if they go to the cell phone based app and that works just as good, everybody's got a cell phone. So, but I'm sure you could use a Vive tracker for hip tracking. I don't own one, so I can't speak from experience on that, but I'm sure you could. Yeah, and a lot of people do have multiples already, so that would be another. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that would work, and that would be another great solution, especially for people that have them.
You really would. I think it's more size.
So Ann said you can use Vive trackers next week to do this. So I guess maybe they're putting out an update for that. It does make sense. I mean, it's a much better movement system, especially for shooter games and anything really with free locomotion, honestly, because you want to be able to walk and look around at the same time and not veer off your path. So yeah, it's awesome. I love it. So but yeah, Valheim I think has some potential. Maybe we'll have to pick this up once it gets motion control support.
I 100% will. I mean, I would love to play this. I mean, the creative aspect of it and building things, it's just unbelievable.
I don't remember where I read it, but it basically said something that this was kind of like Minecraft, but with Vikings. You know what I mean? Like a Viking version of Minecraft or something like that.
It's like Minecraft, the forest. It's a lot of things, I feel like, combined. Like they took a lot of aspects and having like bases that get attacked and stuff. It's super cool. I mean, tracking people down and trying to, I mean, the stuff I was watching J-Ham play was awesome. Like, I mean, the weapon aspect of it, all of it, trying to kill these giant things. He showed me one where this giant, like, troll-looking thing came out of, like, the water, and it took 4 of them to take it down and stuff. And, you get the heads off of them, and he mounted the heads in his house and stuff, like, after killing them. Like, it's crazy stuff. Yeah, it's super cool. But definitely worth checking out if you like that kind of thing. Yeah, and Vorpex is, I saw Chris say, is simulated VR, right? And I was asking about that, how the depth and stuff is with it. And I guess the depth, he said, looks pretty good, actually. So if they get hand controls, I'm all in, man. I'm sold 100%.
Yeah, for sure. So I think I messed up for some reason, the population one says it ends in 28 days. So I got to change that real quick. I guess it didn't actually end. So you can still sign up for population one right now.
You can force end it, I think.
Let me see here. I'm going to end that real quick.
What's the date? We can do it after the show anyways. But yeah, Valheim is, I would highly recommend trying this if it goes to VR. But you would obviously have to have a PC to run this, so this isn't something you could ever play strictly on the Quest, but you could with virtual desktop and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, man, this game is so sick.
So Population 1, Oculus code giveaway on Gleam. That's still live for 3 more minutes since it didn't end. I put the wrong date to end, so that's going to end here in 3 minutes. So yeah, sign up for that. You still have a couple minutes. So. Oh man, it's such an awesome week though. There's so much good stuff coming with Runner and Against, and the games that came out this past week with Swarm and Space Slurpies, and it's just so much fun. I just love all the stuff. And we talked about Gym Heroes or Gym Masters? I did end up backing that on Kickstarter too. I did end up backing that. So I think they're like over halfway funded now. So that's looking pretty good. And they said they have a demo coming out real soon for the backers. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Man, there's so much good stuff coming, man. I know. We got to get some racing in. We have to get some racing in, though. I'm telling you, man.
Okay.
You've got your new wheel. Come on, man.
I know. I haven't even tried it yet.
Oh, I highly recommend somebody picking up a wheel and trying some racing games. If you have a PC, it is the coolest experience because it just feels so real. And with all the force feedback and stuff, you get that extra level of VR,
Yeah.
Oh, just so sick.
I agree. I mean, I love it. Like I said, I just hate having to pull it out, so...
Dude, the audio, like if you're pulled off on the track, you can hear the cars screaming down the track coming around corners. Like,
it's awesome. It is cool. It's a cool experience for sure. I did just pop another 2MD code in the giveaway. What else we got? Oh, we got this one still.
Minecraft Skyrim. Yeah, that's good.
Another awesome racing game, Dirt Rally.
Yes, again.
Courtesy of Fluke Rogi. Thank you for that. It's a great game. So much good racing games.
Gotta do some driving games, man. Look, your steering wheel will work the second. Just make sure it's plugged in when you start the game. Easy.
Yeah, I still gotta. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna. I guess I'll probably sell my my other one. What's my other one? I just got the Logitech G920, and the other one I have is a Thrustmaster. So.
Yeah, I forget what it is. That shifter's the T8, I think, but I forget what that wheel is.
TH8 or something like that. Yeah. Oh, man, so much good stuff. But we will try to do that. We got to play some more Population 1 now because I got to get those cores. I still have quite a few more cores to get, so I got to do that. And yeah, I don't know what else we're going to be playing, but definitely I still been wanting to get back into Contractors too, especially now that I got that DecaMove. I want to get play session going on. We could do a private lobby play session in Population 1 with some of the Discord. So make sure you check out the Discord. We still have the Oculus Quest 2 giveaway going on as well. If you haven't, I assume most people have probably already signed up for that. Link should be in the description. That is for an Oculus Quest 2 as well as some other accessories that we haven't disclosed. We're going to include with that as well when we ship it out. So that'll be pretty fun. So.
We really do appreciate everybody that shares our stuff too. I just want to go out and say that, I wanted to say that in the beginning of the show and thank everybody who does share our videos and watches them and gives us likes and everything. It does help. It really does make us keep wanting to put stuff out 100%. And it's what drives us to be here every week too. So we really do appreciate that, you guys. For sure.
Phoenix said, will you guys be giving away any Oculus games today? And there is a sign up right now that'll go on until Monday for Swarm. For an Oculus code. We already did give some other stuff. There's some Gleam ones that ended already that were about, let's do that now. Let's draw the winners for that now.
Yeah, and everything's in the description too for giveaway wise. I'm gonna have to pull the other ones maybe out, but yeah.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and finished. So Space Slurpee Steam code. I don't know, that Population 1 might have to, I don't know what happened with that.
Dirt Rally 2 is awesome.
Okay, so we got 2 winners for Space Slurpees Steam codes from what people signed up for in the description. I'm going to draw the code right now. It's drawing 100%. It's loading. Okay, so we got, and I will email you guys after the show so that I can send you the keys. You just have to respond to the email so we got the right email. Miguel Barrios and Baran Yelesser. So those are the 2 winners for Space Slurpees codes. We will be emailing you after the show. So we figured this way we could give some stuff away that doesn't have to be fast finger people to type in still during the show. Population 1. I think that one's done. Yep, Population 1. So this is for an Oculus code for Population 1. 1 winner on this one. I'm going to draw the winner now. I'm not going to show you because I don't want you to see people's emails. I'm guessing people probably don't want to have their emails out there. So that one is drawing right now, loading, and the winner of Population 1, Oculus code, cross-play, Quest or PC, is Raymond Holder. So that is the winner of the Population 1 code. I will email all of you after the show ends. That way we can get you those codes sent over to you. And awesome game. So hopefully you guys have some fun.
We really do appreciate it, guys. Cheers. I see Chris, 6.6 subs is criminal. I don't know, man. We were happy to get like #1 sub. Like that was...
1,000 subs is a big milestone for us. And we actually just crossed over the 2-year anniversary of Coffee VR last week. I didn't even realize it. My wife posted it in Discord.
I know.
2 years. So 2 years running for the Coffee VR show, which is pretty cool. So we've had a blast. I mean, this is like second nature to us now. It's just a thing we do every Saturday morning. And we still look forward to it just as much now as we did back then. So
I know.
Obviously,
we really do.
We probably look forward more to it now because it's less stressful. We've got a lot of the things figured out that took us a long time to figure out. It's just fun. I would just enjoy doing it. So
we do still have complications, as would any live show have. I mean, with certain things and connection, like 2 weeks ago and stuff like that. But no, we're just here to chill with you guys, and go play some VR and tell you what we think, and maybe try and recommend what to and not to buy. And you don't need to listen to us though. Everyone's different.
Yeah,
so
everybody has their own preferences too. So
I know everyone does these videos and says you need this, you need that.
Got to get multiple sources.
Yeah, exactly. Got to research it. So we're just giving you our perspective, and to hang out. Good to see everybody in chat. Yeah. I think that's it, man. Oh, and we're going to roll our old school footage too.
The outro.
Yeah, and the outro with Penji, which maybe she said she'd make us a song.
She said that?
So
no.
She said it.
For real?
Did. She said,
that would be like that would be like the greatest thing ever. She's still in here. That would be phenomenal. So awesome. Right. Yeah, thanks so much, everybody. Yeah, we definitely really appreciate you being here. Appreciate super chats, the buy me a coffees, everything.
All the likes,
as well as our Patreons.
Comments, just being here. Go play some games. Share.
We're gonna hit 10K because Tyler's gonna grow himself one of these.
Oh man,
10K people, 10K. We got to hit 10K this year. 10K this year.
6'6" then.
You probably did. You probably hacked it, but yeah, we appreciate it. We really do, and we look forward to all of this stuff, great stuff that's coming. So
absolutely, guys. Yep. We'll see you back here. See you in VR.
Later.
Peace.
Got into VR in 2016. That was when we first we got the Rift.
Howdy, howdy.
Hey, it worked.
There he is. How about
Perfect.
that?
Hey.
We're lucky to be here. I will admit that. My name's Tyler. This is Sean. We're Rendered Reality, and we were definitely up late playing some VR last night.
Yeah.
Hole is bigger.
Right.
That's what I was thinking.
It's not always better.
Let's keep it PG, boys.
I mean, right? We don't know like how much
Right,
sound
no,
is
I
coming
agree.
out of it.
It's true.
Right.
Is there more sound coming out of it? We don't know.
Yeah.